So the recordings will be sent out, so a lot more people are going to be joining later. So welcome. My name is Reuben DeMaster. I'm the owner and the founder of Willow Haven Farm, along with my wife, Tessa. And we have operated this farm here for almost 15 years, since 2009. And we started out as a very small operation, very small, with a dream of growing some organic food. And we've done that, and a lot has changed since then. So we're very excited. I'm very excited to be here with you tonight and to tell you about some of those changes and some things that are coming, hopefully very soon. But before I do that, it kind of fits in with the theme, but I'm thinking a lot about births this week. And living on a farm, we always have things being born. And March, the theme of March was the cows were giving birth. We had baby calves born. It's very joyful when that happens. The calves are really cute. And we're milking, we had three calves in March, and we're milking 5 cows now with this delicious, beautiful milk. But the theme for April was even more exciting because we had 2 people born this week. First, my daughter gave birth on Wednesday morning, and so I'm officially a grandfather, I'm told. I'm not sure how that happened, but little Francesco Benedict Versillo. Yes, my daughter did marry an Irish man, so, but they're very happy, everything's fine. And then this morning, our Mexican friends, Andres and Maria, who come up every year to work here from Mexico, they had their second child born. They had a girl previously, and this morning they had Jose Tomas Yoshimats Dominguez. I think I remembered all their names. So we're very, very thrilled to be able to share with them and their lives. And we welcome the 2 beautiful boys born this week to our community, which continues to grow. And we're here tonight to talk about Willow Haven Farm General Store, which is another thing that we're trying to birth out of this farm operation. And it's kind of funny that we're talking about it on a Zoom meeting, because my grandparents farmed, and they didn't have any such thing as Zoom meetings, and I didn't even know what a Zoom meeting was a few years ago. But here we are, connecting with people on Zoom and making use of that. So our farm has been like I said, our farm has started very, very small with very humble beginnings, and it has grown. And part of that growth is our understanding of what we're trying to do to help people. And so many people come to us either with a health question or health issues. They are trying to find a better way to eat, a way to, as we say, to eat different. They're looking for higher quality foods, maybe foods that are less processed, maybe things with less sugar, less additives. People are tired of reading ingredient labels and always wondering what's in this food. And they're sort of looking for something that's a little cleaner, a little more nutritious, better for them. And so that's what our mission is on this farm. And with the help of us and our staff, we are sourcing, I'm proud to say, more food than ever before from local organic producers. And that's our mission. We want to get you the food that you need to be healthy from local producers primarily. Now, is it always possible to give you the freshest food from organic producers? Well, and we're in Pennsylvania, so in the winter, we rely on storage vegetables, or we might have to go a little farther out of the area, but we are always looking to source organic. We are happy to be able to provide, for example, citrus over the winter, organic citrus from farther away. But certainly our core is always to give you organic foods. We're just on the other side of this global pandemic, and this happened, not that long ago. And when that happened, so many people started asking more and more questions about what it means to be healthy. What type of foods are they able to eat to build an immune system that is able to help us, fend off diseases, whatever they may be. And many people have come to us as a result of that, trying to find ways to improve their health. And we understand that the journey can be at times lonely. I've heard from dozens and dozens of people that say, I want to eat better, but the people in my household are not supporting me on this food journey. And, we empathize with that, and we understand that's part of many people's story. And part of our mission is to support the people that need a community, need supporters in that journey. We do things like offer classes. So when people are trying to figure out, well, how can I make some of these high quality foods in my home? How can I maybe make homemade yogurt or a sourdough bread or sauerkraut or something to that effect? We want to be the place where you come and you can have classes and get some knowledge and some education. We've offered a homesteading conference. We've offered seed starting classes, introduction to gardening, butchering chickens for those people that want to even produce some animals and some chickens on their property. So we're just trying to help the people who are interested in on their food journey, and to support you with that. So that's where the Willow Haven Farm General Store comes in. We find that most of our sales are online, and we have dedicated people supporting us. We're very grateful to be able to do this. It's only because so many people have supported us. But we also saw the need to have a brick and mortar store and a place where people can come, they can pick things off of a shelf, look at it, have someone to speak with about the products. And so that's part of the vision of Willow Haven Farm General Store. We wish to have a place where people can visit. But we also see the general store as a way to extend the hospitality of the farm. Hospitality to us is very important. We want people who maybe don't have a chance to be connected to their food supply, their food source, to be able to feel some kind of a connection. If any of you have ever seen Tessa's videos, she sent out pretty much every week or every other week, she's going around the farm, taking a video. If you haven't seen those, they're fantastic. They are on our YouTube channel. If you use YouTube, you can look up Willow Haven Farm. I think she's up to about 300 videos at this point. So there's really all seasons, all weather conditions, all the different farm processes. She tells a story every single week. And we see the store as kind of an extension of that, where you can come to a particular place. You can speak with someone about farming practices, about food. You can ask those tough questions. And believe me, we get tough questions from our customers. Every time we have a new sausage variety, I know the lady who's going to send me the email saying, what are the ingredients in your sausage? And we're accountable to those type of questions. And we welcome them. We want people to be asking, what's in my food that I'm eating? Because the labels so often I think they're deliberately misleading. In other words, you really can't find out what's in your food. We're not even allowed to say US or grown beef in our labels. That's outlawed for some reason. And it's such a shame. And we are trying to find a way to improve the food system, to make the local food system work better. We all saw what happened during the pandemic and how fragile our food system is. But we certainly are hoping to be part of the solution to make the food system more resilient, really. So I'm going to share my screen here and show you our landing page for Willow Haven Farm General Store. And yes, we are coming closer to you. We're be part of bringing a truly organic farm store to Trexlertown, where our location is on Hamilton Boulevard. It's right across from the velodrome. You might remember there was a bike shop there. And the bike shop, wonderful people ran that shop. They closed it and they were going to sell it. And lo and behold, in December, I had a friend and a farm customer come to me and said, I'm thinking about buying this property. It would be a great location for a farm store. And I thought, well, maybe, but that's a lot of work. So I went and visited, and sure enough, the building is a barn, and it is perfect. And I fell in love with it right away. The picture you're seeing here is our current farm store, which is on our farm. And the trouble with that is it's quite a ways away for people to drive. It's a long ways out. But this new site is right between Upper and Lower Macungie townships. There's lots of people in that area, and we certainly want to be, have a better location to serve people. What's going to be in the store? Well, we envision kind of a small grocery. We certainly can't have as many choices as some of the larger chains, Giant or whatever, massive stores. So we're not competing with anyone like that. Of course, we wouldn't want to have most of those foods in our store anyway. So we're hoping to have a really good selection of meats and vegetables, similar to what we already have online at our online store. Or anywhere I source, I have a long list of questions that I'm asking these producers. I go and visit their farms. And I intend to build a relationship with them. I want to know what, how this food is being produced. Is it something I would eat? Is it something I would feed to my children? We expect to be able to expand our bakery and have more sourdough bread products. I'm very excited that my son-in-law is interested in helping out to develop some of those products. He is, like I said, he's Italian, and he's spent a lot of time with food and learning how to produce food. And we're really excited to have some additional bakery products. And not only that, but bakery products that are made with real ingredients, organic ingredients that are fully disclosed, and then you can ask what's in the products and find out. We expect to have dry goods, pantry items, to be able to source some of those things. And we definitely want to have a coffee shop. So we're working on having a place and we envision a place where you can come and meet some friends. We don't just want this to be a store that it feels impersonal and industrial. We want this to be a place where you can come, meet someone for coffee, sit down. If you have children or grandchildren, we want them to be welcomed. And one of the features that we expect to have is a children's play area, or some kind of an area where children can feel like they have something to interact with and not just have to grab the stuff off the shelves. So again, we're going to expand our dairy. We do source from quite a few producers. We have a lot of, we already have goat milk products, lots of cheeses, and we're really excited to expand those even more. One of my dreams is to have a gelato served at this location, and not any old gelato. We are looking for an authentic Italian style gelato. And ever since I've been to Rome, I've been dreaming of this. And I do try a lot of different ice creams. And for me personally, my personal taste is that too many of the ice creams have double or triple the amount of sugar that they really need. And I can't taste the ice cream at some point because I get a sugar flavor and I get an artificial ingredient flavor, and it's just not enjoyable. So really looking to make, I can't guarantee when this is going to come, but really want to make an authentic gelato product that you can taste, that it's made with real ingredients. We also envision having cut flowers. Many of you supported my daughter for 4 years as she grew flowers and sold them to go through college. And she's a bit occupied right now with the baby, but we're going to try to keep some of the flower production going. My niece, thankfully, is able to step in a little bit. She's 13. So we have someone in planning to do that. So yeah, you can read through this on your own time. You can look this up. This is a public site, Willow Haven Farm, generalstore.com. All right, there is somewhere down here, there's a picture of the store. Here we go. So that would be the current picture of the store. You can see there's a decent parking lot. There's maybe 12 dozen spots or something. There's someone took a video of the current as is. So you can at your own, and at some point you can look at that video and see what we're working with. As you can imagine, we're a small farm here, so we are always busy. We are growing vegetables, we're managing dairy, we have a bakery, flowers, all this stuff. And so we're asking for help from our partners to make this happen. We haven't done this before, and we think that there's just so many people have told us that they want to see us succeed, that they want to know what they can do to help. And so we're really going to rely on for this particular project. And we think that, together we can really work to build a better, more resilient local food economy, something that can benefit the community and a lot more people. So there's, as you can imagine, there's some regulatory obstacles that came up right off the bat. So first of all, understandably, the Department of Environmental Protection would like to make sure that everyone has safe water to drink. So they were not able to approve the water source that we currently had because it was an older style well. So we are going to have to it's our first project is to dig a new well. It's a little different than a residential well. There's extra requirements for the casing has to go deeper and the grouting has to be thicker and the testing has to be more rigorous. So that's one of the projects. We're upgrading the water and electric. We're going to purchase, we'll purchase our displays and get the inventory in the store. It's a good amount of remodeling. And so it adds up to a good amount of money. And we are certainly looking for help. So we picked, well, let me tell you about the site we picked first. We picked the site called Give, Send, Go to raise this money for our crowdfunding. And so Give, Send, Go, we have a campaign started. It went live a couple hours ago. And we picked that site because they do not charge any additional fees on the donation. So we looked into it. Some of these sites will charge 3%, all the way up to 8% of your money just goes to the site to run the site. And Give, Send, Go is not taking anything off of anything that people contribute. Credit card fees are still applicable because no one can get away from credit card fees. But other than that, this site is excellent, and that's where our campaign is located. After this video, I believe we're going to send out an email with a link right to that site, but you probably can look it up now on Give, Send, Go, type in Willow Haven Farm, and we should come up. So we have a couple different things that we're asking for, but people obviously can give anything they're capable of giving. We are asking for a $2,000, a $1,000, or a $500 donation. And it's not really a donation, because let me tell you about this. We thought about, well, what can we offer people in return that'll make this attractive to them? We are a business. We're trying to make a living here, but we're also contributing to the greater good of the food economy. So we think that there's certain incentives that we can offer that are going to allow you to recoup a lot of your donation. For example, if you're getting a market box every week, a medium market box, we're going to offer you a $20 weekly credit through now through December of 2025. So that's over a year and a half of a discounted on every single box that you receive. And we realize that not everyone gets a market box. We also offer we're going to offer a discount at the store purchases at the location, which is at my farm store here or the new location. Again, that goes December to 2025. It's a long period of time. And as you know, we also have a lot of farm events. We have our brick oven pizza nights, and we are going to offer under this top level, 3 free workshops or 3 brick oven experiences at the farm, not only for yourself, but for 2 people. So there's a lot of value there. These brick oven nights, pizza nights are, I don't know what they've been, $40 or something, $30, $40. So, you know, 2 people going to one of those nights, that's $80. That adds up pretty fast. Our workshops, our day-long workshops have been $60 or something like that. And so, all right, thanks. I got the reminder. My meeting ends at a particular time because I got the free Zoom. So that's I have a deadline here. So the same thing, if you give $1,000, a $10 weekly credit to your Smart Market Box subscription, $10 off, 10% off your in-store purchases, and then your 2 free workshops or brick oven pizza experiences. And if you take advantage of these things, I mean, the value that we're offering you, it's right around $1,000. So, you know, it depends on how much you take advantage of it, but there's certainly a way that we think you can recoup the money that you're giving up front. So $500 is much appreciated. You know, how many people are we looking to do this? Well, we would love to have 100 donors. That would be our, you know, a great start, a great path forward. We understand that people are all at different levels, and, you know, lots of small donations also add up. So everything is deeply appreciated. Beyond any donation you are able to make, you really do help us out by sharing this information with other people. You know, if everyone gives $20, you know, then, you know, 500 people give $20, and that's also very valuable to us. Anyone who donates is going to be invited to our VIP launch party. So as we're preparing to open, we want to give you a special treat before we open to the public. And so this is really, you know, it's an opportunity for you to have a chance to be more connected to the local community and to really invest in the local food supply. You know, there's a lot of buzz in the valley when a big chain comes in like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, or, you know, everyone's excited when those things come into the valley. Well, you know, it's nice to have more options, but the money that you spend at those stores aren't staying in your community. So you know, so much of that just goes out. And so this is your chance to invest in good, clean, wholesome, organic food choices grown in your local region. And we really want to work together to strengthen and ensure the resilience of our local food economy. So, you know, that's kind of what we're presenting to you tonight. We thank you for your time and listening to it. I had a couple questions I wanted to address. We've had people ask how long the campaign is going to go. How long do they have? And, you know, in my mind, it's generally about 60 days. We would love to be open in 60 days, but it's really up to the regulatory process. A lot of inspectors have to get on board with this. And so we're going to go through that process steadily. People have written and asked me, well, I'd like to support you. Can I just support you by shopping at the store? And the answer to that is yes, of course. If we don't have people shopping at the store or buying from us online, we won't be here next year. We rely every year on the support of loyal customers, but we're definitely looking for some people to be able to have the means and to put a little bit of money up front toward making this happen. And like I said, we're extremely grateful for anyone who would consider doing that. We have some private investment as well, but it's just a little out of my reach to go ahead and just borrow all that money from the banks. So let me see if I can get to the chat here. And see if there's any questions in the chat. All right, some people said they couldn't hear at the beginning, but they can hear. Some people are happy. Thank you very much. Yeah, I just can't tell you how blessed we are to have customers and friends like you. Really couldn't have imagined this at the beginning of my farming journey. I had no idea that people would be so interested and so supportive. And I really didn't know, how much we could affect and help people's lives. I've seen lots of moms raising their children on organic food and have been doing it for a decade. And so we're just so thrilled to be able to support those people. All right. Well, I don't know how to stop sharing and get my video back up. So I assume you can't see me at this point. So if there's any other questions in the chat, go ahead and send that. I have about 3 or 4 minutes left before my free Zoom meeting times me out. All right, thanks for your time tonight and all the appreciative comments. Really, it's a challenging step for us, I would say. It's already stretched us a little bit in terms of the time that we have to spend on this project. We've definitely are working hard at everything and working hard with our farm staff. And everyone's really excited about it. Our feedback has been great. We're intending to work closely with the local stores and with Trexlertown Farmers Market. So just really happy to expand our presence in the local food community, and just really thankful that people are spending more and more food locally. So that's about all I have for you tonight. Oh, maybe you can see me again. All right, there I am. So thank you for your time. We're going to send out a recording of this video, and it's great to see.
What are the shop hours?
Oh, shop hours. Yeah, very good. We are going to start by opening the store from Tuesday to Saturday. So it'll be all closed on Sunday and Monday. And our initial thought about the store hours was about 8 to 6, something like that. We realized that if we're going to have a full-blown coffee shop, we're probably going to have to open up earlier, but one step at a time. So we don't really want to announce like the definitive hours yet, but yep, it'll be some hours that can fit people's lives. So, thank you very much. I hope you have a great evening and weekend. We're going to get back to farming here, so work never ends here. Thank you all for your support. Take care.